Bigbossjock radio show. Listeners are encouraged to rise up, confront the U.S. government, kick off the revolution, be part of the solution, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the capital. Analyst assessment. Episode 45. Clip uploaded by NBC News. Duration, airtime, 52 minutes, 2 seconds. Posted on April 5, 2019. Clip entitled, Watch Live. Trump participates in immigration and border security round table. Enter into the clip. 21 minutes, 48 seconds. While the listener's getting ready the clip, another mention. Heightened is the tension. May 23rd, court date. Facing 2 felonies. Being prosecuted, it should be termed persecuted. Protested out on the doorstep of the Reading Police Department. This is how they dealt with the issue of sexual assault acted by their officials, from the chief to the grunts at the bottom. Rotten. The entire department. 5 months, Monday through Friday. Hip on my knife. No, knife. It was right there on the hip. Well, wouldn't want to go higher. Men have nipples. Breasts have women. And I know the rest. Proper words for proper parts. Here we go. 21 minutes. 48 seconds. That court day, May 23rd, 2019. Shasta County Superior Court, Division 2, 8:30 in the morning. Redding, California. I'd appreciate some assistance. Maybe someone will appear before that. Take the tension level, a little bit of stress. People out there imagine 4 aneurysms, 3 in the frontal lobe, 1 in the center. I mentioned 4 before. There are 4, though not all in the frontal lobe. Where they all are near is the stemoceiver electrode, pushed from the cerebral cortex to the frontal lobe, near the forehead. When the subject was 11 months old. The brain, along with the skull, formed around the implant. It's quite big. And due to overheating the suspect or on the subject? Oh, I'm right here. That's right. Continuing with the rhyme. Well, I usually don't go to I, then who would I be and which one would I take? And that's the different voices I need to use during the life what I didn't choose. And that's Yankee Sam and another instruction. Well, who am I? Is there an I or is there a me? Well, I know one thing. There is an identity. Who's inside of me is our one only God. He helps me do this rhyme. I do give my thanks, along with gratitude, for our one only God, Father in heaven. He reminds me, he helps me pick up the keys before I leave, so I don't go down the street 5 consecutive times and need to turn around before the corner because I forgot another object. Yankee Sam, they get me so far in a traumatic state that I couldn't remember. The amnesia, I'd set something down. Well, who's I? And which one set it down? Was the stemoceiver activated? I understand there's only one eye. Before, when I was completely divided, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know there was a stemoceiver. I had no idea there was anything to do with the U.S. government in my life, other than they followed me all the time. But I had a reason. Yeah, I knew about that, and that's another story. And I had a couple reasons why they would want to do that. And it was planned that way. 21 minutes, 48 seconds. Marijuana. Now it's legal. It's nothing. I mean, not much compared to what it was 30 years ago. Before in this state, the year of 96, California, the Medicinal Act, then that business changed, the business of marijuana. 21 minutes, 48 seconds. Doesn't mean, though, the Yankee Sam, now that I'm aware, should be able to conceal my birth name, the one that Yankee Sam pays a paycheck to monthly and has since 1988, placed at the U.S. Secret Service. Current date, nearly $10,000 a month. This person, not a buck, not a dollar, no type of medical benefits, nothing. Would appreciate some assistance. May 23rd, 2019, Shasta Superior Court, Division 2, 8:30 in the morning. 21 minutes. And if they'd like to be part, there's a daily protest Monday through Friday. Minus rainy days. Summons to make a petition for a writ of habeas corpus. Not summons, given that. And it was a privilege. It was a request, and that request was granted by the first judge. Now 3 judges have appeared in the courtroom. None of the judges recognize the federal status. Not one of the 3. That hold both the federal status, the special attachment to the auxiliary name, the placement at the U.S. Secret Service of the birth name, exact social security numbers provided for both names, accepted in the court that I have a bullet lodged in the backbone. Life's cumbersome. Need the medical benefits. For the U.S. authorities, that has not much, next to no significance. Isn't given any importance. The fact that I've been shot a multitude of times, and note that when they take me into custody, I get given no special treatment. Agitator wire in the heart and told to shut up. Not shut up. No longer speak. And speak when spoken to. The quite rude medical personnel inside of the lockup facility. Lockup, the detention. The county jail. 4 days they held me. Picked me up on Friday, planned so that I would have to be in there all weekend, including Friday, beginning at 4:45 in the morning. Wasn't at 5:04 as shows in the discovery. Now I'm not going to use their lingo. As shows in the information presented to the court. Now I leave the house before 5 o'clock. Need to go to the gym. Swim 2 kilometers every day. Here it's just a little less than 2 kilometers. They do the pulling yards. Need to ride the bicycle 3 miles a day. Need to walk 3 to 5 miles a day. In order, and row now a couple of kilometers back to rowing. In order to stay alive. That's the health plan. Which is good. It's a good health plan. Multitude of health conditions considered life-threatening. No importance to the U.S. authorities. It's a bit difficult. Continuing, being patient, out on the doorstep of the local police department. Hand billboard. Sexually assaulted. The male. Me, sexually assaulted. Well, what does that probably mean? Homo-sex? Oh, how much humiliation does the rape victim need to go through? What is sexual assault? If they care to find out what was done, well, another billboard, give them an idea. Straight pins pushed under the fingernails, inserted into the eyeballs, pushed through the testicles. Straight pins. What wasn't mentioned on the billboard? Alligator clip to the head of the pin. Zap zapped again while they were inserted in. Understand? That's torture. Yankee Sam style. It isn't exactly the same as the form of torture known as waterboarding. Though that is quite terrifying, traumatizes the victim, and should be viewed as torture as well. As is, and that's the only form Yankee knows, due to what was incessantly programmed to them. Statement made, 21 minutes, 48 seconds through 22 minutes, 4 seconds, was covered in the previous episode. Though, reading script from script, no, line for line, well, what was done there, reading from the script, is shown. The computer replays dialogue, and thank you for your personal attention to the very important issue of border security, stated by a county sheriff to the commander-in-chief, U.S. president. Seems like quite a lack of respect. Yeah. That's not the way to thank the commander-in-chief. Furthermore, award ceremonies have their place. The public address by a conference, which includes the U.S. president, which makes it a U.S. presidential address, disgraceful and meant to be. USDIA with the computer-generated dialogue are taking away the position of the U.S. presidency. It's example after example, and there's another during these 52 minutes at the Calexico conference, which are being assessed, currently at 21 minutes and 48 seconds. Going to 21 minutes, 57 seconds, traveled smoothly. Here we are at the destination. Bigbossjock Airlines flies at a proper altitude to remain and with a good attitude. Yeah, well, I'm right here and it's a predicament. Flying low, scraping the treetops everyone knows. Difficult doing the show. Staying smooth, right to the line, each time with rhyme. The Bigbossjock, where the jock does more than talks. Spinning the hits, makes the lyrics. Our God, right here inside. He helps me do the rhyme, line by line. I do give thanks to our one only God, Father in heaven. Momentarily signing off.